the back science education consultants are back in senior 3 mathematics, and the previous lesson we had introduction to matrices, and we said that matrices is the plural form for the word matrix, and then it had much to do with organization of information. I would not want to overtalk about what we studied, since you can rewatch the video. It's there on YouTube on our channel, the back science education consultants. Just click there. You'll be able to get all the lessons that we have had, and then you enjoy. And even after doing the exercises we shall be giving you, you can send on any of our contacts there. Those numbers on WhatsApp. Shall be able to capture and understand the progress, to what extent you understood what was taught. But maybe to begin with, we say that a matrix is denoted, let's say, is a matrix A, then is written as A. Then you have to put brackets. This must be capital. Then you put brackets. Maybe this was 1, 7, 3, 2, 3, 4, 8. And then this one represents a matrix. Today, we want to know the different types of matrices. Therefore, by the end of the lesson, if you are able to explain at least 5 types of matrices, the common ones, then we shall be happy. You can go and celebrate. Therefore, our topic, we are looking at types of matrices. Types of matrices. In very many places, children are given names depending on different factors. Some names are given depending on the clan. Therefore, somebody acquires a name. Some names are given depending on the period when somebody was born. Somebody produces a child, and you hear they are saying they can call a child curfew, possibly was born during the curfew hours. I'm just using that one for fun. But in many places, they call children names depending on when they are born. Here somebody is called Monday, meaning was born on a Monday. Somebody is called Thursday, was born on such a day. And somebody is called a name depending, was it raining or some other things. Also, as we give names to these matrices, they are given names depending on how they are. We said the all big thing about a matrix is number of rows and number of columns. So some matrices will be given names depending on how many rows they have, how many columns they have. Are rows equal to columns? Are rows more than columns? And etc. etc. So we can look at the very first one. Yes, we have a matrix. For example, I'll just begin. This is the matrix 4, 7, 2. That's a matrix. Then, maybe you have another matrix. A, then F. Maybe you have another matrix. P, there is a Q, there is a T, there is an M. There is one special thing about the 3 matrices we have here. How many rows? 1 row. 1 row. 1 row. I will ask you, if you're in class, what name can we give to these 3? Because they have the same name. One similar characteristic. Possibly somebody will tell me such an answer that since the 3 have the same row and which is 1. Therefore, this one is called a row matrix. So therefore, what is a row matrix? It is simply a matrix that has only one row and any number of columns. As simple as that. So what's a row matrix? This is a matrix with one row and any number of columns. And the examples are the ones you have given. Just one row and how many columns? It doesn't matter. This one has a friend. This is having only one row, meaning we can have a matrix that has only one column without going far. That one is called a quorum matrix. So what is this matrix? How do you call it? I am leaving this one for you to answer. And then I want you to give me about 3 examples. You will say this one as part of the work that we are doing. It is a quorum matrix. Please do. We have another matrix. Here, one row, here, one column. We shall reach there. You find you have a matrix that has the same number of rows and the same number of columns. What can we call that one? Even in primary they study those shapes that have the equal length. Maybe the length and the width are equal. What do you call those shapes? We call the shape a square. So therefore, you can say we also have a square matrix. So what is this? This is a matrix with equal number of rows and columns. We can have examples, just a few, maybe 2, 1, 3, 7. 1, 2 rows, 2 rows, 2 columns. So this is a 2 by 2. We can have 0, 1, 1, 2, 0, 2, 5, 7, 1. 1, 2, 3. Those are 3 rows, 3 columns. 3 by 3. And etc. and etc. We can have another one. Now, suppose we have a square matrix, but in a certain diagonal, what we call the major diagonal, all the elements are 1. Let's look at this. This is a 2 by 2. And this is a 3 by 3. Yes. This is a square matrix, right? This one is a square matrix. 2 rows, 2 columns. 3 rows, 3 columns. It's a square matrix. But it's a special matrix that within this diagonal, all the elements in that diagonal are 1 and the rest are zeros. This is a special type of matrix and we call it an identity matrix, and we normally note it with letter I, an identity matrix. So what is an identity matrix? The elements in the leading diagonal are 1 and the rest are 0. And it is a square matrix. There are 3. So you can say that this is a square matrix whose other elements are 0 except the ones in the leading diagonal. This is a square matrix. This is a square matrix with all elements that major diagonal 1 and the rest zeros. Then the examples are right here. I was trying to show what a major diagonal is. We have different types of matrices. You can have a matrix whose all elements are 0. What do you think we can call that matrix? All elements are 0. What do you think that the name is given to that matrix? Yes, please. Exactly. That one that you are thinking about. That 0 matrix that you want to say but you are fearing is the name that we give this matrix. Therefore, we have a 0 in some other language you call it a null matrix. So, what name is given to this matrix? This is a matrix of any order. Matrix of any order with all elements equal to 0. And we normally denote it by letter O. But even if you don't do that one, e.g., example, this is a matrix. This is a matrix. Any order. This is a matrix. And etc. So, as long as all the elements are zeros, then that one is called a 0 matrix. We can have as many types of matrices as possible. They can even be more than 20, depending on their nature and depending on their level. But now I just want you to make a simple, just 2 minutes or 3, just make a simple research. And I want you to just type on Google and you ask them, type the horizontal type of a matrix and the vertical types of matrices. So I just want you to research about this. Just 2. 1. A horizontal matrix, and 2. A vertical matrix. Just research about it, then you can send me the work. And then the simple exercise that you are going to do. A simple exercise. Write the following matrices. We are just doing this simple exercise. We are writing these matrices. And number 1, O is a 0 matrix of order 3 by 2. A quorum matrix of any order. And 3, an identity matrix with identity matrix with 5 rows. Let's say if this is the quorum matrix, just tell me A equals, then you put there the figures. If this is 7, 1, 3, 8, 4, 8, if this is the matrix, I just want to say this A equals that. Okay? So we shall get you once again on our YouTube channel, Back Science Education Consultants. Our contacts are there. Feel free to send on any of the contacts there. But above all, in order to be reminded, subscribe. Subscribe, subscribe. Tell a friend to subscribe. As you tell them to watch and follow, please subscribe. But above all, stay home, stay safe, so that whenever we shall be able to meet, we shall meet in this earth, not in the other part of the planet that people call heaven or whatever. We need to still be here. Thank you very much. Thank you for following our YouTube lessons. Please subscribe. You can as well follow us on Facebook. You can follow me. Check my name, Cosma Agaba. You'll find me there. You can follow me on Twitter, Agaba Cosma. You'll get me and follow so that you keep getting all these things. I wish you success as you do this work.